So clearly we're at peak of our emotional stability right now in our 1D shirt. Emma goes home today.
In like 2 hours, 3 hours.
And well, we went to Adelaide and we went to the show last night. And we tried to chase the vans and it didn't really work.
We tried to chase the vans, but there were too many mums trying to chase the vans. So that didn't work out.
Yeah, and the concert was amazing. Like, I reckon that's probably one of the best ones we went to, which is weird because it's Adelaide.
No, they would, like, I don't know, they were, like, interactive and they sounded good. And, I don't know, it went well.
They were in other than Louis, who was a bit pissy because the crowd size was tiny.
Non-existent.
Yeah. They were in a really good mood. There was lots of interactions. They got lots of concert videos. Or, like, I reckon that one and the Brisbane one would be my favourites. Like, so far. Like, I loved the drunk Melbourne one that we did. That was pretty great. Even the other Melbourne one where we were surrounded by the little babies. It was fine.
I think the Melbourne ones were pretty good.
I reckon my favourite was the Adelaide one so far, and then probably Brisbane.
No, yeah, I'm happy with Adelaide being like my last one.
I feel like that was a good way to end it, and it kind of, my expectations for the Perth show now are like sky high.
Good.
Can we discuss the fact that the boys did a Brisbane on us and stayed like 5 hours here?
Like 5 hours and like 15 minutes here.
Before we even basically left the stadium, they had left the state.
Yeah. We were still trying to get to the car and they would have flown out. So when we got to the airport after the show,
we saw the vans leaving.
The van leaving and they were gone.
And I just can't believe they're back in Melbourne.
And then we almost booked a trip to Melbourne.
At like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Literally, that was like 3 o'clock when I was on that Jetstar website.
The only thing that stopped us was just we couldn't get accommodation where they're staying.
Yeah, we can't get accommodation because it's completely booked out.
So first thing first, we found when the cars are parked at Crown. So we went there and there was like 10 fans and Niall kind of did a Tara and was trying to decide whether
we
he
all
wants to
stood in a line and we were all really quiet and calm, and then he was kind of like looking and like sussing out how many people were there. Looked like he was about to come over, then just turned and got in the lifts, like the staff lifts.
Yeah, everybody was so chill and really disappointed. We kind of expected it, but it was still kind of
just because he like hesitated so much before he left, it made it look like the others just went in the like out of the vans into the lift and left, but he just kind of sat there like
and he was just determining, and that was depressing. Then the following day, Harry
and then that night after we did that, after we saw
Harry in the mahogany room.
Harry was in the mahogany room at the casino. So as we were in our room and we're like, let's go down and see what's up. And then as we got out of the lift, all these girls went rushing to see, like, because he's on the balcony
of the lobby in the mahogany room.
And so everyone went running up and he, like, walks across.
Like, waved.
And we couldn't go, like, anywhere in the entire building without them being, like, weird. So we ended up, like, going up to, like, Macca's and, like, hiding up there for a bit. And then that's where we found Dio.
And Niall's bodyguard, who were, like, BFFs with Niall right away.
And they were like ordering food for Niall and they ordered like half of McDonald's. And then the next day, well, we went to bed at like 6 a.m. So the same day, we were like, oh, let's just go to the pool. And then
there was so many fangirls.
There were fangirls everywhere.
And there's just a big sign that said that the tennis courts were closed for refurbishment.
Yeah, the tennis courts were getting refurbished. And Harry and Liam were playing tennis up there.
While it's being refurbished.
So then we saw them, and then as they were leaving, they had to leave like really close to where everyone was. So we all went up there, and then Harry waved at everyone and disappeared. And then Liam stood there for ages.
Like he was counting the people.
Like he was counting, like he was seeing if he wanted to meet everyone. And then he all of a sudden just turned and did what Niall did the night before and disappeared.
Left. And he didn't even wave. Liam didn't wave. Harry gave us a quick wave.
Harry quickly waved and like smiled and left, and then
Liam just did that weird head count.
He made it look like he was going to stop. And he stood there for ages. And then he just disappeared. And I went into the gym and I look up and Niall's playing tennis right in front of the gym.
So, and then the Niall's security guard, bodyguard person came in the gym. and was like, oh, look, you know, it's technically after hours, which wasn't, by the way.
It wasn't. It was like 9 o'clock and it
like,
shuts at
but
like
we're letting you be here. We're letting you see him and stuff. So please be respectful and don't take photos. He then went on to go through everyone's phones who was in there. He had to. Apparently it's his job. And if anyone had...
not legal, I'm pretty sure.
No.
But...
If anyone had pat photos of Niall on their phone, they were told to delete them, and then they got kicked out the gym. But I'd just come from doing some punching, and then Niall's bodyguard's like, oh, I'm so sorry to interrupt you, but I was noticing your technique with your punching earlier, and I thought I could try and help you out with that, because, you know, when I'm not doing the bodyguard thing as my day job, I do this. But then he saw my phone sitting by itself, and he's like, oh, is that yours? I really have to go through it. So I let him go through it because I didn't have any on there. Emma had texted me some pap shots, but I hadn't saved them to my phone yet, thank God. And anyway, he went through my phone and saw he has all my pap shots of Tom. So he knew what I was there for. He's seen all those dodgy Valentine's cards that we show, like, that we send each other. He'd seen all our drunk photos from the Valentine's Day concerts and stuff. So he knew what we were there for, and he still kind of was like, yeah, whatever, just don't push it, don't push your luck, sort of thing.
And then the gym closed at 9:45, so we all got kicked out, so we all kind of like waited near the pool.
And all the lights went out.
And all the lights went out.
All these fangirls were standing at the entrance to the...
There was like 20
gym,
or so of us.
To the pool and gym, like the entrance, and there was like... I'm talking about the ones outside near the reception.
Yeah.
There was like 50 people there easily.
But they weren't allowed
in. So that's what made us think that Niall was going to stop.
They like locked the pool doors, basically shut off all the lights and just let us stand in that like far corner. And then everyone outside wasn't allowed anywhere near like the view of it. And then like they stood near us for ages, and then they came down. They ended up coming down a different way and around. And security were like trying to kick us out, but they weren't.
They were saying, come on girls, time to go, but they weren't enforcing it. They're not pushing us in lifts like they literally were the night before.
They weren't getting angry and they weren't yelling at us and stuff. They were just like, oh, come on, you know, the pool's closing.
We can't really leave
you in here.
And
then Niall comes down this thing, and then it was Travis that stood in front of like the doorway so we couldn't all walk in. But then Niall and Dio and stuff were there. And then somebody was like, I love you, Dio. And then Dio was fucked, basically, because we knew everyone got pissed off with Niall. Yeah, because Niall just kind of like just would not stop. He didn't even really acknowledge us. No, he didn't really care. And then so, we're all just like saying stuff to Dio and like talking to Dio. And then Niall seemed in a really good mood though, because he was like mimicking like, I love you, Dio. Yeah, he was real like jokey, but he's just being a prick to us though at the same time. So it's like he was in a good mood, but not in a good enough mood to meet us. To stop. Yeah. So yeah, if he was in a better mood, we would have met him twice this tour. And we would have had 4 out of 5. Yeah. Just only because we have not seen Louis at all. We did not see Louis anywhere. Because when we were in Melbourne, he was in Sydney until the last minute, and then, I don't know, we just haven't really had that many chances to see Louis.
Here in Adelaide. Wow. It's been great. From back to front, side to side, you've been absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much. And also, thank you for having us back in your country again. We're having a great time here. And we never want it to end, because we're going back to the snow in about 2 weeks' time. As I said, thank you so much, and thank you for everything over the last 4.5 years. Nearly 5 this year. We love you lots. Have a safe trip home. Have a good night. I hope you had fun. See you soon. This is Best Song Ever.